Welcome back to LDB Games. I'm Lord Darth Balls. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this video, I'm going to go through how I farm Spider's Den Stage 20. By the time this video goes live, there will be a Spider tournament available. And for those that don't know, Spider's Den is the best place to farm silver. You can farm it from campaign when you're leveling champions. You know, it would be best to use stage 3 because shields sell for more, but accessories sell for even more than that, and you get a little bit more silver from the actual stage completion. So when you're down to the felt, running low on silver, run some spider or sell some accessories because I usually have accessories coming out of my ears. I just went through and did a little bit of a cleanse, so I have a little bit of room. However, accessories are super important. So you always want to make sure you're looking for 6-star accessories with the substats that you ideally want. So I just ran this. I'm going to run it again because it is so quick and you guys can see how it works. I'm going to slow this down. We can talk through it. Starts out with Lydia, opens with her A2 so that we can get the decreased defense and weaken out. Then it goes to Bad-el, who throws the poisons on the spider. Gurptuk throws the poisons on my team. Septimus comes in with the first big hit, and Coldheart finishes it with a nice fat chunk of damage there. So let's go through how this team works and some of the stats associated with it. So Lydia opens because we need to get decreased defense and weaken out. Lydia is one of the best champions in the game all around, and she is free to play friendly. It just takes you a little bit of time to get her. You have to farm and get all the stars in faction wars, complete faction wars to get her. But she is one of only a select few champions that do both decreased defense and weaken on an AoE basis. You can do a single target for this, so champions like Fane, champions like Jintoro, are a couple good examples of champions that have decreased defense and weaken on a single target hit. It doesn't really matter if it's AoE or not because I'm only concerned with doing damage to the boss. These two debuffs together are what's super important. Now, if you have enough damage on your damage dealers just to decrease defense, you can get away with that. I'll show you an example shortly here. But after Lydia goes, you'll notice Bad-el came in and he did his A2, his cleanse, which we don't need the cleanse, but he puts 2 poison debuffs on the enemies. And the reason, this is the primary reason he's in there, because when he does add poison to an enemy, your team inflicts 20% more damage. This right here is massive. Fun fact, Bad-el was actually the first legendary I ever pulled on my account, which is pretty cool. I do have a built-in reflex. Doesn't matter for this. The only thing that matters is he's fast enough to go after Lydia, but before Gurptuk. I'll touch on that in a second. And enough accuracy to land the debuffs. And in the Spider's Den level 20, stage 20, you need anywhere from 220 to 250 is kind of the sweet spot for accuracy. After Bad-el, Gurptuk comes in. Now, Gurptuk is a very, very similar style passive to Bad-el's, except this time it's not the enemies under poison receive more damage, it's your team that's under poison receives more damage. It's 7.5% for each poison, and he puts poisons on them, puts 3, which means you're getting 22.5% additional damage from Gurptuk. So that's 42.5, got a math, 42.5% more damage just from those 2 passives. Now, it's important that Gurptuk goes after Bad-el. If Gurptuk goes first, Bad-el's A2 is going to cleanse those poisons off, and you'll lose that extra 22.5% damage. So it has to go debuffer into Bad-el into Gurptuk, and then the damage dealers. I have Septimus in here, the OG spider killer. He's built in Savage with 100% crit rate, 244% crit damage, and 3,500 attack. The accuracy isn't necessary for this. I did that for his passive because his A2 is the all-star of this one. It is one of the hardest hitting enemy max HP abilities in the game. And then alongside of him, I have the best rare in the game. Did a video on her recently. I'll pin to that up top. Who's also built in Savage. You can see I like Savage. It is the best set for a damage dealer because it will ignore 25% defense. And I actually have Cruel on top. So my Coldheart is ignoring 30% defense. And just like Septimus, she's in here for her big hitting enemy max HP ability. And what I love about her is that she has an extra 30% chance of critting. So I have her at 71% crit rate, which ends up being 100, and 322% crit damage. Not necessary for this team, but very useful to have enough accuracy for her to rip the turn meter down, because there is a 100% turn meter reduction on her A3 as well. So that's the team, guys. Like I said, this, as you can see, rather, this is a very quick run. If you don't have some of these champions, this isn't like a set-in-stone team. You can absolutely swap some of these champions out. You can swap Septimus out for Royal Guard. You can even swap Coldheart out for Royal Guard. You can put 2 Royal Guards in here if you wanted. You can even put a Royal Guard in for Bad-el, right? Gurptuk was a pass fusion. Lydia is free-to-play friendly. Coldheart is a void rare. Fairly easy to get. So you could, let's take out some of the OP champions, and we'll drop in, let's go 2 Royal Guards. Not going to be much different. I'd have to set their AI if I want it to be on auto, so we're not going to be able to see the full speed of this run, but at this point, it's not about how fast it is, it's about being able to do it if you don't have these champions. I was concerned for a second. I was like, Bad-el's going to cleanse that off. Nah, he's not in this team. Boom, 2.0. Yep, and here's the second Royal Guard to clean it up. So really nice alternative team of a fairly free-to-play friendly group here. You can also, if you pull enough and you build them, have some real fun. Every now and then there is that advanced quest for completing the spider stand with dark elves only. Sometimes we have some special event challenges where you have to use a specific faction. And actually, funny thing, this is a faster run. Woohoo! Wait, I think that was a personal best. I've never broken 11 seconds before. That's beautiful. It is a faster run than my main team, but for some reason I just prefer my main team. Maybe it's because I have Septimus and Bad-el and, you know, the OG champs. But this is just as doable. And this is actually probably easier for more people to do. So real quick before I end the video, I'll show you the stats of all 4 of those Coldhearts. I got one missing. Yeah, one of them is not even 60. This one I just went over. Don't need to do it again. 2, I've got in Destroy. Again, my Coldheart video will walk you through why I have her in Destroy. She's got 247 crit damage, 75% crit rate, and that 3600 attack. Number 3 is in Spattering, crit damage, Cruel, so she can ignore 5% defense, and a Perception set here. She's got 219 crit damage, 70% crit, and 3100 attack. And then my little level 50 speed, Cruel, broken set. Doesn't even have a banner. 70% crit rate, 211 crit damage, 2000 attack. And those 4 all together are enough to take down that spider. So there it is, guys. Like I said, spider is the best place to farm. Silver and accessories are a massive added benefit for your champions. As I did in my last video, I start with my accessories, so you have a foundation of stats before you start building up the champion, and then you know what you need to shoot for and what you need to look for. The cool thing about Coldheart's Blessing is that even if there is that 3% chance for Lydia to get resisted, they do enough damage so that it doesn't matter. So this is my go-to silver farm, as well as spider farm. That's it, guys. What do you think? Fun. It's a really fun team. Probably one of my most enjoyable teams to have built. The Spider's Den is just a fun place to play around in. Give me a like if you enjoyed the video. Give me a subscribe if you want to see some more videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy your raid.